And welcome to the Hall Prezi Universe. I'm King HP, also known as Father, also known as Mr. Sippable, and this is Dora, not the Explorer. We are here from,
Okay.
as you can see, season 1, episode 5. A lot has transpired, right? We've seen Frank. Frank was the guy who left his family while he was drunk. He went to the box.
Silly Frank.
Silly Frank.
Silly Frank.
Yeah, Frank went to the box. He was the first and only person to ever be used in the box, too. And we had to watch the fallout of that as the town people, they never used the box.
The
We found
guilt
some very.
they felt.
How they feel?
The guilt that they felt, but not really.
That was like a double-edged sword.
Yeah,
Then,
exactly.
oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, no, exactly. You're right. That's exactly what that was.
Then you had the Sarah, right? Sarah started seeing the kill the boy. Sarah left the door open that killed 2 people, one being Kenny's dad. Sarah also killed Toby, which was the guy that came in with
Jade.
Jade. So, very interesting first 4 episodes. The choice was also made for the living arrangements for the Matthews family. That's where we found out Boyd loves to cuss people out.
Loves it. His favorite, he's my favorite person that says motherfucker ever. Like, say it.
Boyd is absolutely unhinged, and you can easily catch a. Would you just shut the fuck up? Like it's.
He's one of my top people to hear curse people out. So
yeah, definitely. Yeah, he is. He definitely is. So, without further ado, a couple things though. One, definitely want to make sure that everybody is aware, because if you're not, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. We are doing a giveaway for a bottle of Sable. This bottle was signed by Boyd himself. I'll even send you the picture and video where he signed it. You can even hit Harold Paranos, very social guy on social media. He'll even tell you, yep, I drove down wearing this very hoodie that he... No, he didn't sign this. Yeah.
Actually, that just gave me the idea, because okay, so I already got my train ticket for Dallas, because I can't drive long distances still. So I got the train ticket. So I'm wondering what I should take. I know I'm going to get a bottle of Sable, obviously, even though I don't drink. I'm going to get it anyway, just to have it. But I'm wondering if I should take something else for him to sign.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they would do it. Now that is the question.
Because I'm going to keep that forever. That's not going on no giveaways. So.
Oh, okay. Hey. I ain't mad at you.
I don't know what to take. Like, I can't even think. Like, one of my other friends that watches from was like, we should have got you a talisman. I was like, I didn't even think. Like, I wish I could have thought like making a talisman or
that would be insane.
There's no time. I know they sell them on Etsy, but there's no time to find from stuff. That's why I'm upset.
When are they gonna be there?
Tuesday and Wednesday.
Tuesday and Wednesday. All right, bet. Hey, I'm when we get off of here, I'm on my search. If I gotta shoot it to you, it's your address.
I'm thinking, honestly, the From font is so like looks like someone wrote it. I could probably write it myself and be like, "Oh, look, From" on like a shirt or something, and just have him sign that.
We'll see. We'll talk about it.
Yes,
we'll talk about that. Oh, the talisman! How off and Boyd was the one who found the talisman, but we haven't seen that episode just yet. So, but yeah, today's episode 5. We're gonna go ahead and get ready to get started. If you're gonna tap in with us and watch with us, we're gonna be around 1 minute 58 to 2 minute mark. We're gonna skip the recap because I just kind of went over that in the first 3-4 minutes we've been on air. So, definitely want to do that. Shout out to Adam JP in the chat. Let us know if you got any Instagram comments. Unfortunately, with the Instagram, for no matter what, we just can't see those comments. So but we're definitely looking for you.
So I'll be switching back and forth the best that I can.
Oh yeah, I got you. I got 2 phones. Now I don't want that to get in trouble for my toxic behavior. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
exactly. The ladies don't like two phones. You're not Kevin Gates' friend, okay? You
Hey,
don't
that's where
need that.
maybe that's where I learned it from. But but yeah, we're about to jump in. Minute 58 to 2 minute mark. The episode's called Silhouettes. You ready to dive in?
Definitely, definitely.
Outstanding. Here we go. All right, so it should be starting off. This is how I got it.
There you go, Alma. Fresh pasture for you.
Oh, it's the brother.
Share this time.
This is Nathan, Sarah's brother. I remember this episode very well. Oh, I can't compose myself. I'll keep myself composed. Now, Chrissy and this is where you start to see the bonding of Chrissy and
With these
Sarah.
people, yeah.
She was such a wholesome person, Sarah.
Okay, yeah, sure.
I mean, that's how she came across, right? Okay, I guess I'm wrong.
I'll be right back, okay?
Get you one of these. I know it's
Um,
creepy me being in these woods, but get you one of these.
I
There
don't
you go.
think it's wholesome. I think it's just she was so like
How's she doing?
perceived as so innocent because she didn't talk too much and she was just kind of hanging around.
Okay, that makes sense.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, exactly. She's just wholesome, innocent.
Yeah, I definitely think that vibe was there. Jesus B001, so was Elgin. Yeah, he was right.
Fuck Elgin.
Who's Elgin?
Can I ask you a question?
Boo, boo, Elgin, boo. Nah, son, he was fishy from the jump. I didn't like him from the jump. I will say that.
Maybe something you might know
He was
about
always off.
the outside, but here.
Now, here's a very interesting point. Boyd is raising this. Is it possible to have a physical reaction to this place? He said the Matthews kid. So let's keep that in mind as Ethan is who's referencing. We also now know Sarah. They,
Come by tomorrow. I want to take a look at it.
and here he's playing off his Parkinson's situation, right? Where he's. But
Which shout out to Michael J. Fox for getting a presidential award yesterday. Shout out to him for his award he got from the president, and Denzel, and I forgot who else got awards yesterday.
Yeah, I was aware of those two. I wasn't really keeping track. It was like the Medal of
The president,
Freedom.
yeah, it's a Medal of Freedom, I think, or honor, something like that. I don't know what they call it now.
Tonight, make sure everything is okay.
So I want to ask that question. Is it Boyd asked it first? He asked it to Chrissy. Is it possible to have an allergic reaction in this place?
Well,
Ethan had one.
I mean, he does stop. Remember, I mean, he wasn't shaking for like the longest for like all of season 2. We didn't see him. I mean, obviously, people won't know that, but his Parkinson's only starts like, you know, I feel like after this episode, he doesn't shake like for a long time, like until.
But I don't think he's even referencing himself because he referenced Sarah having the seizure at the diner just now, and then he didn't say himself. But then he had started shaking, and she was like, "Let me take a look at it." So maybe he is implying himself too. But he
I
knew
feel
this
like,
was
yeah,
coming.
because he doesn't want to talk about himself, kind of thing. Like he wants to hide it as much as he can. Because you know, no one knows that. I'm sure maybe his wife knew before they passed, because obviously this was their like one of their last hurrahs together.
Yeah.
Probably before it went too deep with the Parkinson's for him.
Meantime,
Yeah, I think I do think there is something that we need to probably dive deeper on as far as the allergic reactions. I don't think it's Parkinson's because it was hereditary. He knew it was coming. I don't think that has to do with the place. However, Ethan, his dad said he's never had a seizure until he got there. He was hurt, and then he had the seizures, and then Sarah. So just keep an eye on that. Who all has seizures, and that might start answering some questions too. board, get it out in front of you so that you can identify everything you know and everything you don't. This is very interesting. Like telling a story, right, buddy? Question number
He was
one.
tearing that wall up.
What? Look at Ethan, like, Dad, you ain't supposed to be writing on the walls.
Exactly.
Is this a good idea?
He's been cursed out before for writing on walls, friend. You can tell he's traumatized. Poor little Ethan.
Is this a good idea? Is this something that you would consider putting a thought board?
No, I don't think so. I don't know if I would play like that because I feel like that's kind of like going into like Ouija board stuff, if that makes sense.
Now there he is. That's Nathan looking at the dress that Sarah killed that man in. Toby, right? Brian Cervantes, 1971, Dory, you're everywhere, LOL. And then Jesus B 001. Remember when the other three people have seizures at the same time, it's when something's about to happen, they see visions or they start seizing up. I don't want to skip ahead too far because I think you're correct. But does it start back here and we just brushed it off because the show is 5 episodes in?
I think we probably just brushed it off, honestly.
Are you skipping Que Sera?
I was letting it play. Do you want to let it play?
Yeah, it could play.
Okay, because it's already pretty deep in there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Corti.
I think a thing about the seizures too is that the place not attacking you, but like
weakening you?
Yeah.
Like, I believe it is. Yeah, definitely.
I'm gonna skip the intro because I think my music is gonna get into here and it could get the thing flagged.
Yeah, and you're gonna get us kicked off.
Yeah, I don't know if it's getting into the mic or not, but
it definitely is because I can hear yours.
Oh, ooh. Make sure to share the broadcast, like, comment, subscribe. Definitely share. We definitely want to get our reach out there. We definitely want to be able to interact with the people. I'm at the point where they're about to come on. 9 minutes, 28 seconds. Now we go into the real bonding of Sarah and Chrissy. Whew. This is going to be very crucial. She's having her flashbacks of when that writing comes on her arm.
I can't sleep.
Yeah. Which is crazy because that was deep in her flesh.
Do you want some? Sure.
She's the only person that's had those type of attacks. Is that an accurate statement?
No, that's very accurate. Yes, for sure.
Oh, and Penny make a really cute couple. Oh.
Insane. Because she's got to be uniquely tied. They were damaging her body to give her messages.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It's complicated.
I mean, I'm not trying to skip too much, but it's like we see she's gonna be around for a while. How about that? She'll be around.
She's gonna be the Man in Yellow's lady. That would be interesting if that's what that ends up being.
I don't know. I don't know if he has it. I don't know if that's a thing. But if she is connected to him, it'd be interesting. Maybe that's why he'd be choosing her to give these messages.
Or maybe Sarah's one of the kids that got killed, even maybe like the spirit of them.
So, do you feel the kids could be reincarnated here?
I was with someone.
Since we've seen that the parents can be.
I think maybe she's like one of the ones that got away, if that makes sense. You know how Ethan has never really been sacrificed for anything? Maybe like during one of the rebirths of the town, Ethan, maybe Sarah was one of the kids that was supposed to get sacrificed and she didn't get sacrificed.
Can I ask you something?
Maybe. I would like to see her backstory because she doesn't really explain much as far as being in depth. Not like Donna did. Or Or Chrissy doesn't really go too far in depth either with hers. We heard Kenny's backstory at this point though. Kenny they went and picked up their dad or husband, because he was with his mom,
Mm-hmm.
and he had a dementia episode, and they ended up seeing the tree.
What it means.
So I don't know. I would like to see more from Sarah.
If someone
Hopefully in season 4 we'll get a little more, because even in futures, like I'm thinking about remembering the episode, she really doesn't say anything like past this little moment here with Christy. This is pretty much the only kind of explanation they let Sarah have.
Mm.
Which also could be done so we don't get too close to her personal, because she's about to murder a whole bunch of people. Can't have too much sympathy,
Hey, Sarah's an OG. I wonder if they have this at the bar with Tom, bartender Tom. Tom the bartender.
That's what they're trying to get to. They're over there drinking vodka, potato vodka and stuff.
Make sure you see it on the bottom of the screen on that ticker. Autographed bottle signed by Boyd, Harold Perrineau, and Morris Chestnut. Yes, you watching this right now could win. All you have to do is subscribe, like, and leave a comment, and then you're entered. That's it. Very simple.
I did. And the answer is 12.
What?
Okay.
That might be the most prophetic thing in this whole series. Jim just told you the answer is 12. Now, for you season 3 people, they all presumably see the same tree, same scarecrows.
And that's why Jim had to go, maybe. That's why they had to make him be such a dumb character that we don't care about anymore.
I don't think Jim was a dumb character. I think Jim is very...
Because there are plenty of things in the world that don't make sense.
So Jim is very analytical. He's very observant to things. Now, he does do some dumb things. Let's not act like he doesn't. However, he actually just solves the mystery a little bit. That's taken him a long time.
He solves it twice now, basically.
He solves it twice. Yes.
That's why he had to get slaughtered, Fred.
That's crazy.
I think the storyboarding or the idea thought board is something I would be, if I was stuck there, I would be doing, because I'd want to be tracking our thoughts. I wouldn't just randomly be writing on a wall, but I would have it sectioned off or something to where it's like, I don't know how long I'm going to be here for.
Do you think you can only think that well when you first get there? Because you're so in the mode of trying to get out of there?
I think that's a yes and no, because when you're first there, you're probably thinking of everything. Your mind's running rampage. You're trying to get ideas back and thoughts. And then over time, as you see things and your mind delves into insanity, depression, all these anxiety, like, are we going to make, I think over time you'll quit. You'll tap
out. That's what I'm thinking, because look how fast the shift was for Jade from just thinking it was a game, and then once he dove into it, his mind completely was gone.
Right.
Until all he could think about was that all day. It was just obsession.
I'm okay, I promise. I love you so much.
Jade.
So here's what I think.
No, sorry. No, continue. Sorry.
I was just thinking, here's where I think their relationship is a little weird. Maybe it wasn't explained fully with her and Nathan. They could be brother and sister, but I feel like maybe they're not.
What you doing?
What do you mean?
Making a list.
She had no problem killing that dude. Maybe they were on the run. Maybe something is just never gonna sit right with me with them.
Maybe they're stepbrother and sister. Man, I just realized Julie has to hear them having sex all the time. That must suck.
I don't think that's.
All they got is a sheet in the middle of the room, Fred, and she's in this little nook in their room.
I don't think she's always in their room, though. I don't think there's a sister in their room.
Girlfriend? No.
But it's funny how Fatima's trying to dissect her, and I think Fatima is a large part of breaking up the Matthews family. I'm surprised they're not mad at Fatima.
Oh my gosh, no, I felt the same way too, actually, ever since, like, because it was weird to me how Fatima was always, like, I don't want to say encouraging for Julie leaving, but it was always just so, like, why was the push so big? Like, Fatima just, like, instantly was like, yeah, she doesn't need to be with you guys. She can hang out with us.
Yeah, and she's
And
never like encouraging, like, hey, that's your family. This place can tear you apart. How does your brother feel? You know, like, we can always hang out.
Yeah, exactly.
So
it was just weird. That was weird too. I did feel kind of the same way about that. Oh, look,
Jade hasn't changed, huh?
I said, here's
What'd you
this
say?
girl all in love with Jade.
I think her name was Tanya or something.
Oh, I forgot her name. They said it too in the other episode, and I was gonna tell myself. Excuse me. I told myself I was gonna remember it, and if I didn't.
Why are you carrying it around?
I said the same thing.
Trudy. Her name is Trudy.
Trudy, nice. She talked about her brother being one of the only ones she had, but I don't know if it's a weird relationship because her brother does act weird about her. Jesus B001, I agree wholeheartedly. He acts weird around her. It could be that. Maybe their backstory, they lost their parents, they're all they've had. I think they are criminals, or she was a criminal. She killed Toby and didn't freak out.
He didn't really, because he doesn't freak out about much she's doing. So maybe she was like a mental case, back at home before they came over here. Because they didn't come with their family. They came together, right?
They came together. Yeah, it was just them two.
Maybe he was taking her away from whatever she had done before, kind of thing.
That could be it. And that could be why the place is talking to her directly, because they seem to know things about people.
They know she's a murderer. They know she'll get it done, kind of thing.
I ain't gonna lie, y'all. It's kind of creepy being in these woods.
Visit my wife.
What kind of trees are those, do you think? I haven't even thought about that.
Fuck trees.
What?
Haunted fuck trees. That's if you walking through some forest and you see some shit like this, you go back.
Yes. Don't even. Yes, exactly.
What the hell? You guys built a bar in this fucking place. Yeah. You end up in a place like this, you ask yourself, what do the people need? Turns out it's not a fucking gas station, so I figured.
Not a fucking gas station. Why do they pop all the tires?
Okay.
Because where are they going?
You okay?
Yeah, but if you need to go, you can't.
Why are you all just sitting here?
Well, plus they think they're stuck only in that one area. So what are tires going to be helpful for, I guess?
4-man potato vodka.
Yo, Jay's mad funny. He spit that drink out
so fast.
Look at this. Season 3, people. Just notice that shirt that Jade has. It's prevalent in the first 4 episodes now. 5. This is episode 5.
If it's any consolation, it's easier.
Maybe those are like his other tries. You know what I mean? Like whenever Christopher Jade tried to go back and he tried to go through the tree maybe at one point, and he got stuck and squished.
I don't know, man. I do think that could be a possibility. However, I do think more so someone's gonna end up in that shirt later. Don't know who, but someone's gonna end up in that shirt. I gotta give me a coffee. Maybe the monsters did that to make things harder.
Or they just did that to scare him from going in there, type of thing.
Because unless we know where here is,
coffee is so good.
Did you say your coffee?
Yeah. Oh, I got my coffee. I got my Sable. I got my water distilled.
Distilled? What'd you ever
I got my water with the cucumber, lemon, lime, and apple cider vinegar cap full. I can take this coffee mug out of here. Because what better mug to drink out of than a Hall Crazy
All
Universe?
Crazy Universe.
You're gonna be the guy who
Okay,
figures
promo. I see you. Friend, I see you.
People like me, we design the maze. Place the cheese. I don't know what you did before you got here, but I just sold.
Otaku Fix, we see you, buddy. Babe, better late than never. You know how they say.
Yes, friend. Yes. Hello.
It's supposed to be celebrating.
Jade saying people like me built the maze is insane because the way he thinks and knowing we know if you watch season 3, but if you've he actually is a part of building this.
Yeah, he really,
More
really
so
is. Yeah.
cat in the box. Close the box as long as you never open it again.
That is theoretically alive. Dead at the same
I think they all kind of like say things that how do I say this? Like they all say things that their future self should have paid attention to, but they just weren't. You know, like at the time when they said it, like, oh, I didn't even realize I've said this already. You know what I mean? Like Jim with the 12, like we didn't even realize unless you watch through things like this again, you're not going to notice that, oh, Jim already said 12. He really was just remembering he said 12 when he first got here. And that's why he remembered it when they were in the, you know, in the fall, in the other seasons kind of thing.
Right. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you figure out how to get it broadcasted, huh?
Look at.
I'll tell you what.
So this is okay. So he does have a relationship with the bartender Tom
You can be goddamn sure.
because they're going back and forth.
I think bartender Tom used to be someone in the town that was close with Jade, Christopher, whoever he was in the past.
Do tell.
And he probably died at his hand. You know what I mean? Not at his hand, but you know, he probably died trying to help the kids. Even
Now
like
here
that
it
may be
comes.
why they die.
Very.
She comes to the house. Sarah comes to the house and takes, you know what I mean, and takes the boy. But Scotty, Victor can't come to the house and pick him up and go hang out in the woods.
No, first of all, Victor's a grown man.
Back on this.
Sarah hasn't. Remember this. To the townspeople, to this point, Sarah has not presented a threat. She seemed very normal, helpful. People spoke highly of her. So
She's damaged, friend. Damaged from the jump.
No, Ashlyn's very good. I think this book is special. I know it tries to hurt people, but maybe it tries to help people too. Maybe that can be one of the questions on the wall. Is there anyone trying to help?
write it on the wall, kid.
Dang, I just realized how tiny Ethan is compared to season 3. Like he grew so fast, like the little boy in white. They're gonna have to speed up. They need to speed up filming. These boys are gonna be grown by the time the show's done.
How is my favorite customer? Yeah, I mean,
How are you feeling?
Much better, thank you.
Good. Did Christy figure out what happened?
Not yet. It's just one of those things, I guess.
it's so insane, man.
Playground outside. Want to see?
Sarah just came out the hospital. They're defending her. They're speaking highly of this woman.
Okay.
You know, and why not? Why not? This is insane.
She's about to murder the shit out of this boy.
I feel like Boyd is looking right now just like this. That's how Boyd is looking at it. That's how Boyd is looking. We can go this. Ooh. 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 So now her brother's out here looking for him. He's going to the church, which is crazy. There's a church in Fromville, but no Bibles.
No Bibles. And Katra's the only one with the Bible.
Father Cox? I don't think I gotta rewatch because I think
he has the written Bible. Like he had to write everything down, basically.
Unless you Denzel and Book of Eli, ain't nobody remembering every word.
I think he could.
In the beginning, God created the heavens and earth was without form and void, and darkness was on the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the waters.
Close your eyes and just listen.
And God, see, now I'm already like, man, you know what I'm saying? We still ain't get to them other books, Leviticus, Ruth, Second Samuel, like
Hey, act like this place doesn't.
We already
Hezekiah.
got
You
to
know,
Revelations, you know what I mean?
there's people who probably got Revelations memorized because it's such a popular book. Like
Mhm.
Jude is the book before Revelations. It's only like one chapter. That was the first book I ever read in the Bible because it's so small. You're
I
like,
mean,
what
Elgin
the
definitely is
hell?
very Judasy, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
My father
You still got to get through First and Second Chronicles.
wasn't always a popular thing to be at the time. One day, it was my birthday.
I can't hang with Fatima,
We
man.
were getting ready to go see my uncle.
See, and she's talking about her family and what happened.
Yeah, I don't understand what she's saying. Like, were they raided? Like, what is this story that you're explaining?
Well, she grew up poor, and she's just basically telling. But my point about it is, she's trying to talk about
This story about
finding, that was the last time she was gonna let the monsters make her whatever. But like, shouldn't you appreciate your family? Hey, my family was killed. Your family's here in a place where people die every day. You should spend time with them. The fact that she does not say these things is why Fatima gets 2 thumbs down. I don't rock with her right now. She's got no.
It's all so strange. I mean, we were just laughing.
And she's laughing. We were just laughing, We were just she's
Best birthday ever.
so much trauma, man.
That's what I'm saying. It's so weird the way she's telling the story. Like, there obviously was some kind of turmoil she went through, but it's like, it almost sounds like she's talking about, like, they were a part of a raid or something. Like, because she said they dragged them out of the house.
Yeah, she's talking about whatever traumatic thing they were
drag you out? Did, like, the police drag you out? Like, what is this that you're saying these monsters that came to your house type of thing?
The point is, here she is.
Came
The
with
point
weed,
is,
friend. You know what I mean? She came with weed. That's why I'm thinking like she's done this all her life type of thing.
well, she was talking about being a kid, and what she had to see, whatever her family was mixed up in. And the fact that they drug her parents out, and this is why the name of the episode is called Silhouettes. She said from the distance she was at, because the sun and all that, she could see the silhouette of like her father and her mom. And when they shot him, all she seen was the silhouettes drop. Right? Why would you not tell her you got to go to your family? Because you don't want to, there's so many things I wanted to say. She was just talking about they were at a birthday party, having a great time.
Just a few months.
Fatima just doesn't. Right now, I think Fatima's an enemy of the state for me. Oh, here we go.
Is it because she's Smiley's mom? Is that why you're feeling like that?
No. Just,
Hey, honey, don't make her sit there. Those things are filthy.
It's okay.
They all had weird backgrounds coming into the town, friend. Remember, we decided that.
Jesus B007, he agrees with me. Otaku Fix, he agrees with me. Talking about true.
It's just down the street.
What is up with Fatima? She's a homewrecker. She's a homewrecker.
I don't want to take you back.
In a place far away from home, she's wrecking homes. She got old boy Corleone, Ellis, not seeing. Oh, he doesn't want to see his dad. You know what I'm saying? But she should be organizing it behind his back, making things happen. Don't lose your family. You never know the last time you could talk to him.
Exactly. And you're just like ignoring this, like, and you're telling, just weird.
She's a cornball.
Corny.
I didn't notice this about Fatima. I don't like her no more.
She's a troublemaker. See, and this is why she was never in my top people. Like, it was always Boyd, Donna, Sarah.
You're a weirdo for Sarah.
What's wrong with? Hey, look, Sarah pulled through in the end. Okay, I'm happy Sarah.
We got to get to the beginning to get to the end. Who's still Beto? Fatima?
No.
I hear you, Otaku. I just don't know if I can.
Fatima's still bad. Nuh-uh. She I'd rather hang with Sarah. Oh, Victor was always one of my tops. Victor, Sarah,
yeah,
boy.
we know Victor is your weirdo.
What's wrong with that? Okay.
I have this crazy idea that might actually.
Does he ever expound on this idea that he has?
Then I might
What?
find a way to get these.
Boy, right now he's talking to Abby's grave. Now, at this point in the juncture of the show, we don't know what happened to her. We will find out. But currently, at this point in time, we do not know. I'm not gonna spoil it. That episode is insane. But does Boyd ever expound on what it is that he thought?
Sometimes you got to swing big.
I don't think so, but that might be why he was so inclined to like be like, I'm taking, in the next few episodes where he goes to explore, because he wants to get these questions answered that he's, talking to his dead wife about.
That's about as big a swing as I can take. And look, I know, I always said that I don't believe in signs or any of that stuff, but I could really use one right now, okay?
But I feel like that's also why they used her in later episodes. Like they showed him her because they know that he needs her in a sense. So they use that against him.
Babe, I just need a little help here.
He's looking for a sign. He's talking to his dead wife at the grave. Father Kotri. The Bible is father.
David, have you come up here much? No, not really.
It's really beautiful in Fromville, though, for something that temperatures and seasons do not change. Look at Father Kotri. Ain't nobody talking about no bees. Ain't nobody getting bit by ants. I'm assuming they ain't got no mosquitoes.
I feel like if you weren't a main character trying to solve the problems to get a way out of here, like you could be living the life here in Fromville. I gotta just lock your doors at night.
Well, think about this. 96 days they had until these last 5 episodes. And it's been utter chaos. The town must be so unhinged. They haven't had a person die in 3 months. Over 3 months.
What if it's really bad?
And now you got all this stuff.
That one's name is Alma.
A car crash. 2 cars coming to town. Toby gets killed. The other doctor chick gets killed. Kenny's dad gets killed. The mom and daughter. And then they put old boy in the box. Kenny. No, not Kenny. I said Kenny. Frank.
I feel like, how did Victor say the last time 2 cars came, it was trouble? Like he wasn't one of the people in the car.
That's what's very interesting, the way he talks like that. He was definitely in that second car.
Like you were in the accident, Victor. God damn it. You guys probably are the ones that ran into Victor. Just like Jade and, Tabitha ran into each other kind of thing.
Very.
You have the talismans, though. Father Kotri always talks about how much worse it was for people. They just
hide in places after dark, hoping the monsters wouldn't find him is crazy.
Those hiding places are all over town. It's really good to know about, just in case you ever get stuck outside after dark.
Yeah, nice.
Sarah set hers up so good, though. This is
Look at this. Look at this. And you have to trust. You thinking, okay, cool. Show me.
Show me this little place that. Oh, look at Father Kotri. You should have told me earlier. I think maybe, this whole time that I thought Victor was slow, maybe Sarah is the slow one, and that's why her brother brought her here to protect her.
Skinny Minnie, what up? I finally caught y'all on a live show.
You gave your word.
I just don't understand. She set her up so good. Sarah's such a good murderer. Like... She's top of there.
What? Well, right now she's warning.
Tabitha didn't even see this fucking coming. Like,
well, I don't think anybody would have. Think about how she was acting, right? She's this great person. Remember, everyone's speaking highly of her at this time. Father Kotri just got word of what she really been doing. So, it's like, oh, what?
I don't know. Maybe
Exactly,
that's why
Steve
her
Minnie.
and Victor get along, because they're both slow. You know what I mean? Victor's slow out of circumstances of his growing up here and not getting to learn much besides drawing.
I would have broke them wood planks one by one. Bam. We ain't what? You
Tabitha's
done locked
just
me in
a
here.
girl. Goodness gracious.
Two reasons I'm scared. One, why the hell would you just do this? Two, I don't know what time it's about to get dark, but I ain't got no talisman in here.
Mm-mm.
If someone asked for a sign,
Look at Boyd.
how would they know what they were looking for?
Oh, I'm a little bit ahead of you. I'll wait.
Father Codrick shouldn't even stop. Boy, we got to go. We got to talk.
Sister? Yeah. Not here. Sorry,
She's
towards the
not
barn
here.
with that Matthews lady and her boy.
Oh, not the Matthews lady and her boy. She reaching in her pocket. She gonna be like Lucky. She gonna be like, what was my man's name in the butter rim? Birdie. She should have pulled that out of her mouth, raised her out.
He wouldn't have been able. Oh, she was so smooth with this. Look at her tears in her eyes. You don't gotta do this. It don't gotta be this way, Sarah.
And what's about to happen? You're gonna save everyone. Just like in one of your stories. You're gonna be the hero. Where's my mom? I want my mom. I'm doing this for her.
Sir, what are you doing?
This is how we go home.
This is how we go home. I'd have been broke up out of there. He done kicked her. And number 4. Just like that.
Body us.
Just keep that thing. You gotta keep some pressure on that thing. You can't just let that. Oh my gosh.
He is believed.
Father Kachi walking up. Now you ain't see that about 12 seconds ago. My man up here. Come on, bro.
He said we got to get her the F out of here. That's what he said before everybody hears about this.
Wow. He should have beat her up. Put her in the box. Beat her up in the box. Not beat her up in the box, but like drag her off into the box. Not right hooking, you know what I'm saying? But like you gotta
I'm
drag her
noticing
right to the box.
too that Ellis hadn't started drawing on his pants till a few episodes into the season. Because right now he's not wearing his pants aren't drawn on right now.
It looked like it might have had a little something on there by the pocket, maybe.
Like he was starting, but he didn't start, if that makes sense. Look at this man with his little cookie tin, shocked. They're all flabbergasted.
Oh my gosh.
Girl, you know he's dead, Christy. Get out of here.
Here comes corny ass Fatima breaking the home wrecker.
Home wrecker.
Now is a good time. You need to stay with your family. My man out here looking for signs.
He tied her up. Man, he hit her so quick. Father Katri's quick. That's all I have to say. She went missing fast. She ran into those woods fast.
Father Katri's on demon time, y'all. Father Katri on demon time.
Should have trusted him with Victor. Victor wouldn't have cut up my man Ethan like that. Nathan could have still been alive if he could have just been hanging out with Victor. That's all I have to say about that.
Yeah, she ran off into the woods.
And
Comes back before dark. You'll handle it. And if she doesn't? If she doesn't, then it's handled.
that's not what I want to hear from the
She
dad
came to
either.
my house. She played with my kid. I know.
Look, if there's anything that we can do.
What's wrong with you people? You talk like this place is fucking Mayberry. One day, fucking kidding.
You talking to this place is fucking Mayberry. Let's go, Jim. This is the Jim I like. Authoritative. Talk like this is fucking Mayberry.
No.
What up? What up? What up? It's all a dream. 24-hour karate school. I know that's Archie. We know that's Archie.
Where do you find him?
So this is the issues I have with this.
Well, it doesn't really matter. But
Is she? Can you break the rules of where the From has set as far as your living arrangements? Because they said once you pick, it's set.
Well, I'm sure they've never had an instance where there was two. I mean, Julie's a teenager, but two kids, you know what I mean? That where one chose this, one chose that. So I'm sure there's some leeway that you should enforce the children to, you know what I mean? Like have to go back to living at Colony House. If the family's still alive anyway, you know what I mean? Because I mean, I know Ellis, because when you think about it, Ellis had originally probably lived in a house or lived wherever with Boyd and his mom, and now he lives at Colony House because obviously Boyd shot his mom. I mean, not everyone knows that now, but you know what I mean? So obviously there's some kind of leeway that they give people because Ellis wasn't originally Colony House.
We don't know that either because at the time, I don't remember the order of when Boyd finds the talisman, if that's before or after.
Mm-hmm.
Because right now, it may be every night you're still going to hide. And then two, Frank didn't get in any trouble for spending the night out. He got in trouble because his family died. So what's the difference? Is there a difference if Julie just starts sleeping over at the Matthews residence?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, is that an issue?
I don't think so. Probably only an issue if you have someone that's like a child that's slow, that's dumb, you know, that doesn't know any better, that they're going to get murdered if they don't do these things a certain type of way with the proper channels kind of thing.
Okay.
Oh, this is where Christy blames herself and it's not her fault.
Do you think she has a part of the blame?
No, not at all.
I agree with you. However,
she thought she was bonding with the girl. You know what I mean? She thought it was a cutesy little, we're just homegirls type of
she
thing.
didn't ask the proper questions. I don't understand. She didn't ask, well, what's the bad thing you have to do? Like, I thought that was a normal route of questioning.
It didn't cross my mind that.
Well, it's like you said, they trusted her. They didn't think that that's a way she was going with what she was asking them. They thought it was just an innocent question.
Right. That's why they have to Jesus be 001. That's why they have to confirm where they're gonna stay to make sure everyone's safe. I just wonder if they could flip flop a little bit because right, they probably have never had a situation like this. One of the people was trying to kill one of the people. They want to unite that family together, although in the beginning they did choose separate living arrangements.
Mm-hmm.
Can we make it? Can we renege? Right. Don't forget, y'all. Hit the like, leave a comment, and make sure you're subscribed. The YouTube channel is there. Go ahead and hit that subscription on the YouTube. If
hopefully
you're not on
next
YouTube,
week I'll have a bottle like you, friend, that I can be like, even though, you know.
Yes, this is a very signed by Morris Chestnut and Harold Perrineau. You know who Perrineau is?
They're
That's
doing
cool.
their own too, actually. I know we shouldn't probably cross promote, but they're also doing a bottle kind of thing where you could, or I don't know if they finished that, but they were promoting also where they were shipping out some bottles for someone to win also. Because you know how they're not sold everywhere? They were doing like a little giveaway. I don't know if it was like for New Year's or Christmas, but they were doing a giveaway also. We're
Yeah,
just
I'm
so,
not aware.
look at our ideas, friend, our influence. We're so cool. Look at us.
So now Boyd feels like this is his sign.
He did ask
Go
for
out
a
on the
sign.
ocean. I can
Dang, so
see
it's
upon
Boyd's
my.
fault? Is that what we're saying? Nathan got murdered because of Boyd? That's who I'm going to blame. We'll blame Boyd. He wanted a sign. He got his sign. You know, I'm just saying.
I think Boyd is crazy.
Tell me more.
Boyd said he was talking to his wife Abby's grave. That's not the crazy part.
Mm-hmm.
That's normal for a guy who's gone through, if you've ever been married and you actually loved your spouse and then she's abruptly taken from you. And I'm not going to get into the details of that because that's going to be an episode that we're going to come across.
Yes.
However, he asked for a sign before he hears a song on the radio that it's one of his favorites. It's good. We're going to get into that song in that episode, which is going to be called the next episode is Book 74. But you saw a man killed laying flat, and that wasn't a sign. Like, hey man, don't think whatever idea you were thinking. This is the result: dead bodies flat, laid up like this. So I don't understand why that must not be the sign. It's the song on the radio that I know, brother. Stop tripping.
Well, I mean, that's maybe they all of it was signs, but he just didn't listen till he knew something familiar. Because I mean, obviously, when you're listening for a sign, people, you get signs from something familiar. It's not something like that you wouldn't know. Because why would you listen to something that you don't know?
This
Like
is
you're
not
not
an
gonna
autograph
know.
bottle. I
Because
think
you're
you're
not
right.
gonna know. You know what I
think
mean?
so. You think the sign has to be familiar to you for you to understand it, versus something that's like, oh shit, like something that it shakes the room. It's like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. That can't
I
be.
mean,
That's how I'm looking at it.
I guess for some people, yeah, because you're looking for a sign that's out of the norm of your environment.
Yeah.
But for some people, it does. Like they don't listen to signs unless it's something like they're familiar with, like that. Oh, there's this. Like he did a song. It was their song. I mean, because songs are really important in this show. I mean, we don't find that out till later. Like yeah, like the songs are important. Like what is it? Later in what is it, season 3, when Tabitha talks about her and Jim's song playing, and Victor's
Yeah.
dad and
Yeah.
Miranda's song was that song.
We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that.
Yeah. But I think the song's just something that's familiar that they can still listen to and be like, oh, this is this person trying to get in touch with me right now, type of thing.
Okay. And it's funny. It makes sense. So I get that. A couple things. What are some of the takeaways from this episode that you feel like we need to be looking out for? I have one at least. The seizures. Boyd brought it up to Chrissy's attention that this town, can you have an allergic reaction to this town? We've seen Sarah have a seizure and she passed out. Nathan said she didn't have a history of this. Going back to episode 1 and 2 with Ethan, he had seizures in the van in the RV, and Chrissy had asked him, does he have a history of this? And Jim said no. So coincidentally, both of these people are able to talk or speak or converse with people from or entities from Fromville. So we have to watch who else has these seizures, make notes of when they have them, and comparison what happens before and after. In the seizure with the RV, I'm gonna go back to rewatch and have the answer for episode 6 next week. I'm almost certain and positive one of the people on the outside asked immediately, "Hey, is everything all right in there?" Wait, what? Why'd you ask that?
They
How do
knew
you know?
about the seizures. Yeah, because remember I had told you, I don't remember, I mean, obviously when we first started this with season 3, I told you like that when they start seizuring, it's always like when they're close, but the monsters, when they don't get close enough to you when you're seizuring. Like Randall's the only one, but he wasn't even seizuring at that moment that I'm thinking about. But you know what I mean? Like that was the cicadas situation, which we'll get to obviously when we get to
Yeah. We're
yeah.
gonna get.
But I feel like I had said, like, that's why I always had the theory that maybe Ethan had already kind of died because he was having the seizures. And why, like, oh, okay, he's obviously, when you have these seizures, maybe that's when you're time traveling. Because that's when, remember, Ethan was, when he woke up in the RV, that's when he was like, oh, I saw this room and there was drawings of our family and this and this. And then while he's saying that little speech, they show Victor like drawing in his room with all the drawings, and they go through all the drawings type of thing. And he's tearing up his room.
That's very tough. I didn't even. Yeah, that's. We gonna have to look. This week I got some homework. Jesus B001. Talking about things to watch out for, whatever. Sarah's past and Fatima's past. So I'm gonna take notes to this week through this first. I'm gonna actually watch episode 6, even though I'm gonna watch it here with y'all again on Sunday. But and see what information is given at this point, not future episodes. Maybe I won't watch episode 6.
You're like, wait.
I'm gonna watch episode 6, y'all. But and see what things are given in regard to their past. One thing I learned off a rewatch of an episode we did watch here, Donna said how long she's been there. She's been there a lot longer than Boyd. She I think, oh my gosh, I forgot the date. I should have wrote it down. But she'd been over 2 years.
Yeah.
Something months and 17 days. And so, and it's in the conversation that she's talking to Tabitha when they're sitting down. And she says direct. I think we did actually cover that when we're here. I just didn't really like write it down and memorize it. But whenever we get those dates, I'm going to start writing them down. When people say how long they've been here, where are they at in episode wise? Is it a flashback or whatever? And how long they've been there? Because that's going to start to, because
they don't give us a year that they're in, right? Like they're not like, oh, it's 2020, it's 2019. You know what I mean?
I don't think they do. At least they haven't yet. There's a calendar in one of the houses that you'll see later on. I don't even know if we're able to.
I think it's an old calendar. I don't think it's a new calendar.
Right. That's a good point. So you're right.
It might be like a calendar that was left, because I feel like there's just so much that we can't mention without mentioning like the newer seasons. Yeah. So I'm like, dang, I don't want to say that because then that kind of like ruins it for other seasons.
I do want to say this. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and leave a comment. But make sure you subscribe. This week is going to be where I start releasing the From Versus series. And From Versus, where we take a show and I'm going to do a comparative analysis, very in-depth comparative analysis. Some of it will be characters versus character from each show. Some will be team, a unit, a select group of people from and a select group of people from this other show, and who will survive in each other's world. Why? Based on how they react, operate, blah, 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 right? The first one up to bat will be The Walking Dead. That is this week. So definitely hit the subscribe button. I'm telling you right now, Boyd versus Rick Grimes, Sheriff Boyd versus Sheriff Grimes is not going to be the very first episode. It is going to be a comparative group. That is a heavyweight fight to which I already have some notes, and I'm like, holy shit.
Do you already have who you want to go up against in the other
shows? Yeah. I've thought about.
Okay.
I'll give you some of the matchups and why, and then why some of them are going to get changed. One was Kenny versus Shane, because it's the right hand man to the lead characters, and Kenny becomes the deputy, as was Shane in The Walking Dead. I wanted to do a Dale versus Dale because both shows have a character named Dale.
That's funny.
So I did pursue that. I did a little bit of writing for that before I kind of scrapped it, because I was like, Dale in The Walking Dead has a much more broader. Are you gonna do
son versus son, friend?
So yes.
That's not fair.
Yo, Carl, you have to do Carl versus Ellis, because just like I was having the deputy of the main character, which is
No, he
Grimes
has
and
to go
Boyd,
against Ethan, friend.
they both have children, and they both have a boy. So these things have to be discussed. They have to be broken down. And remember, worlds are going to get swapped. Will I do? It'll be very interesting. I'm looking at doing it on Wednesdays, but it's looking more like Thursday. But just make sure you're subscribed, hit the notification bell so you can be a part of it. These will not be live, but I will do some live to see if it gets a better reaction and if it's more, if it's more proficient to do it live, then live it is. But I do want things on the timeline so when you come to Hall Preezy, you see there's some from stuff. You don't have to go over to the playlist or the lives. It's just boom, right there in the videos, right? Knock down some of that Marvel DC stuff. You know what I mean? Just so yeah, we're gonna go down that one.
Oh, I have a question.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
How much time did you get to talk to Harold and Morris Chestnut when you were there? Like, how much
So
time did
the
they
first
give
time
you?
I'm mad because the guy took my phone and he recorded
Mhm.
and he stops it, but I'm still talking to him, having a conversation. It was a total of like 5 minutes. Mind you, that's including me coming back and FaceTiming you.
Okay, which you better be ready to answer your phone, number
You know
one.
I am, man. I could
Look-
be at work. I'm gonna be at work. As soon as I see Dora, I'm hitting screen record.
Tuesday's a wrestling night. I know it's NXT.
I don't give a
You're
damn.
like, Archie,
Hey.
I'll be back. Click off.
Hey,
give you 5
I
minutes.
will
I'll be right back.
definitely 100% answer my
Because
phone.
I'm thinking, okay, because the time frame is 5 to 7, so that wouldn't. Now that shouldn't cut into the wrestling, right? That won't.
It don't, but it don't matter if it do. You get a chance to speak to Harold Perrineau and Morris Chestnut. For me, a second time, especially if they recognize your boy, like, yo, what's good? Da, da, da. Oh, yeah.
Oh, they're gonna remember
absolutely.
us, friend. I think we're memorable enough at this point. You know what I mean?
He remembered me off the tweet when I got there, and I said I had to try. He's like, "Oh, you're the one that drove down," and I was like, "Yeah," because he liked my tweet.
I can't wait to be like, I'm on the train, which I did look into it. They do have outlets. So I'm really excited. I don't have to take like a power thingy or anything, but
Right.
I'm literally so excited, friend. Like, it's like, I was like, I don't care. This is the year that we're meeting these people, even if we, we'll try interviews anyway to get this.
Yeah. I'm hoping that one interview we spoke about and that person.
Yes, I need to hit her up. Definitely, I need to message her.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that would be
definitely.
great.
I'm gonna see if Harold. I'm gonna be like, do you have any time?
Yeah, ask him
2 months.
like, hey, you follow him. He said he'll DM you, whatever. Hey, what they say in Avengers, whatever it takes.
I'm gonna ask just like I asked Wale. I mean, I didn't get to ask Wale, but just like I asked Foggy Raw when I met him at the Wale concert, do you watch wrestling? And if he doesn't, I'm just gonna be like, you need to start. That's where I'm gonna go with it too. Because I ask everybody, do you watch wrestling? And they're like, nope. I'm like, well, it's time to get back into it, everybody. That's how I feel.
That's an interesting. I think if I don't know what type of background I would choose if I knew Boyd was coming up here. I mean, I might go with a classic Hall Preezy universe, just standard to promote, or I might keep it with the Fromville.
You got to do a half from, half sable with the little sable cup on the side. You know what I mean? Like with the from with the sable.
That would be fire. That would be fire.
Or him in his suit in the background of from. That would be cool. Next to the background in the trees. Or do you think you can Photoshop a cup of sable into Boyd, the actors, like when he's in like one of the sections? Because he doesn't drink in the show, if you notice.
He doesn't drink in the show. I have pictures and still shots of him marketing for Sable, where he has a glass of Sable. He's in the market.
I'm thinking we should have him in his Boyd outfit holding the from.
Oh yeah, I gotta do a little bit of.
That would be cool. But yeah, that's just stuff we have to figure out. Schematics, But yeah, but I'm excited, friend. Hopefully, I'll be having my own bottle next Sunday. I'll be having a little clip maybe of us with Harold and Morris Chestnut. Ooh, I didn't get to wear my my New Year's outfit. I'm thinking of packing that and just wearing my New Year's outfit to meet them because I didn't get to wear it.
What was your New Year's outfit, man?
It was like a cute. I bought it from Target. It was like these cute, like flared maroon pants and like a little top, like a little, not a tank top, but like a little tube top. So I'm thinking of wearing that. It would look really nice in pictures, I think, too. Plus, I am
Hey,
going to
yeah.
Dallas. I don't want to look poor. You know, they're kind of rich in Dallas. I don't want to look. I don't know if my Target apparel will impress them, but I don't want to look like a poor when I'm pulling up.
On the next episode, All Frizzy Universe.
Who are you?
Nah,
I'm Laura.
hey, look, whatever you see fit, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you see fit. Jesus B 1001. Another thing is that big white box freight thing out in the woods where boy gets shot. Now, when the boy gets shot by that guy, right? The dude, and boy ended up killing him. But they ain't talk about that.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that crazy dude.
Yeah. Henry said he used to hide in it there. I don't know how he survived if it's so obvious to hide there. They've been at that box so many times. Even season 3, Tabitha, Jade, and the group. That was where they were at right before.
Yes, and then
everything.
the kid even comes out. The Ankui kid comes to Tabitha and Julie while they're standing
Julie
by
while they're over there.
Yeah.
I don't know why they wouldn't search it. Maybe because it's such a dumb place to hide that they wouldn't check it. Because it is a dumb place.
But I mean, no. Well, I mean, they seem to always know where Victor's at. Because I mean, obviously, another thing that we'll have to touch on when we get there is when Jade, when Victor is in the cave with his dad, and the monsters go, "You keep coming down here, we're gonna have to, keep you at some point." You know what I mean? So at some point,
that when I see that as like a thing, that's what goes in my head. Like
that's what that looks like to you.
Yeah, it's like, ha ha ha.
I don't think. No, I think the mouth is too wide. I feel like it's not
because it's perfectly topped, and then it's like
you have to do like some people where their bottom lip disappear or their top lip disappears when they smile.
I got lips. My lips ain't disappearing. I ain't one of them. Shout out to those. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you subscribe. That's my man Archie. If y'all don't know, Monday nights, Tuesday nights, and Friday nights, we go live at a different channel called the Attitude Era Podcast. Check us out. That's my man, the Archie Carter, the greatest heel in podcast wrestling today. Sable Bourbon just liked my tweet, and they follow me on TikTok, y'all. So go ahead and subscribe.
Friend, they're taking TikTok away. You know what I mean?
Hey, until they do, I'm not even a big TikToker. I just got into it, but at the end of the day, definitely go subscribe. The one channel that you definitely want to subscribe to for an opportunity to win the signed Sable bottle by Morris Chestnut and Boyd Harold Perrineau is the YouTube. That is definitely facts. Well, I'm definitely gonna be looking at these live comments and counting them. But make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you liked it, because again, when I go to look at likes, and if your name is here and you didn't like the video, that means it's not an entry.
You have to like, share something, one of the videos, and we have to notice. I don't want to say notice it, but we'll go through them because Jerry will go through them. He's thorough.
I've done this before. If you checked out this channel and you go through the history, you've seen I've given out a Stormbreaker. I've also given out a Doctor Strange amulet, the life size, not the little cheap ding ding ding. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're talking about the life size Stormbreaker that go up. For those that don't know, like, we do this. Like, I have, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yes, we're givers on this channel. We're givers.
Yes. So it's bruh, this is
loyalty is real to us. Loyalty is real.
We do this.
That's why Otaku right now, I know he's in the running for number 1 right now.
Yeah, he's definitely
every day. He's here every time.
Each video you like and you comment on is another opportunity. It's like a raffle ticket. Mm-hmm. But instead of paying anything, we don't pay for nothing here. Not y'all. Well, y'all won't. All you have to do is like and subscribe and leave that comment and then share. Boom. And then share. So make sure you guys do that. It'll really help us out here at the channel. And then that allows us to do more giveaways. It also allows us to do other things too, because we shouldn't just have to wait on this one thing. I mean, we should start making some from merch. Just start looking it up.
I don't know how to make merch. I can probably figure it out though. I can probably make some little things. I just, copyright.
I got you.
Will we get copyrighted or anything?
Nah.
Do we have to do it a certain type of way?
Nah. Hey, check this out. We good. We gonna give it out. I ain't getting copyrighted.
I'm getting copyrighted.
But I promise you, like, subscribe, and comment, you will get the right copy. That's what you will get. So, Next week we got episode 6 called Book 74.
Yes.
So a couple things as Jesus B 001 was talking about Fatima, Sarah's past. Where did they come from? What Fatima specifically? She's a homewrecker, and I just didn't like that energy she gave off today. Not
This
telling
is the
Julie.
energy she's given since the beginning, though, friend. You know what I mean? Like, imagine we're only on
I
episode
haven't
4.
noticed it.
You
She's so
haven't?
wholesome. I haven't noticed it.
You were tricked by Sarah too. I wasn't
was.
tricked by
I
Sarah.
was.
I knew my girl Sarah was evil from the jump, but I was okay with it. I'm not judging here. You know, I only didn't like Ethan, and that's
We
it.
listen, but
That's
we don't judge.
we don't judge.
So another thing is the seizures, right? So are the seizures a
Mhm.
thing that we need to be looking at, which I think they are. I think we all agree that they are. It's just a question of what's happening at the time of the seizure. Before, during, and after. 3 questions, right? Before, during,
Mhm.
after seizures, what is happening? And that may tell us who might be special in the town, right? And I don't want to give it away too much because I want y'all to watch all 3 seasons right here every
Mhm.
Sunday at 9 p.m. and tap in later in the week as we start to do some from verses. And we'll probably have some other stuff too. We need to get the algorithm really going. And break. There's a lot of stuff we can talk about with character analysis and character stuff. And if we can get interviews, we could drop those on different days. So yeah, I definitely look forward to this. But thank you guys for tapping in and tuning in. Thank you for your time. We appreciate it. Remember, next week will be season 1, episode 6, which is called. Let me confirm that it is book 74, though. I know that, but it is.
Also, I'm kind of upset the Golden Globes have robbed our From people so far. I haven't seen them win any awards. I'm pretty upset.
What's the award they get? Is it Golden Globes or is it Emmys? I'm
I
not
don't know
sure.
if they have golden. It's both. It's like you get Golden Globes, you get nominated for the Globes.
TV shows go Golden Globes?
Yeah, everything kind of gets Golden Globes. The Emmys. It's any kind of TV show. Because right now I know I have a friend, Dapper Dan from the Black Wrestling Podcast. He right now was saying on Twitter that The Bear, that show, it's like they have it in a comedy series. So they're like basically cleaning house in the comedy series section when they're not even a comedy type of thing. So
I can't show you this because my green screen is. But yeah, next week is called Book 74. So let's find out why they call it Book 74. They deserve all the awards, Skinny Mini. We agree wholeheartedly. And that's all I got. Is if you got anything else, any last minute save rounds?
I'm pretty excited for this week. I told you I got my train ticket. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there. That's all I know.
I'm happy for you because
Me
again,
too.
I was very happy to go meet them.
It's been like ever since they announced it, I've been like, I'm gonna get there. I know I can't drive long hours, but I was like, I'm gonna find someone to give me a ride. I'm gonna take the train. I'm gonna take the bus. I'm gonna get there. So I'm glad I got my ticket for the train, and I'm gonna meet these fellows. Okay, where they're gonna be some of my new besties. I don't care. They're friendly. So yeah.
I like it. You like it. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all. Until next week, Sunday, 9:00. This is Dora, not the Explorer. I am King HP, also known as Father, or also known as Mr. Sippable, aka 4 cups to go. Hey, I got that distilled water.
I was gonna say you got all. You did.
My lemon, lime,
You made an
cucumber,
announcement.
splash of apple cider vinegar. Got to keep that skin looking great.
Health is wealth.
Health is wealth. But until next time, and check us out this weekend. Like, subscribe, and comment. Peace.